On this Mother's Day, we're rehashing the parental leave topic. Maternity leave and parental leave is an employee benefit available in almost all countries. In the U.S., the law requires companies provide new moms up to 12 weeks of unpaid maternity leave. In the U.K., however, new moms get up to 39 weeks of paid maternity leave. Now, some women want what's being called maternity leave. They want the same perks as maternity leave without having the kids, saying it can help prevent burnout and help women reassess life goals. The U.S. still showing itself dated, as some companies across the pond are now offering Pawternity leave, time off for pet owners. So all types of leaves. That's our topic this half hour. We want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page. You can also weigh in on Twitter. Just use the hashtag Fox26forlife. Joining us live in our newsroom is our Sunday morning panel. It's led by our senior legal analyst, Chris Tridico, Democratic media consultant, Mustafa Tamiz, and Republican strategist and public policy analyst Jackie Bally. I know y'all have a lot to say about this one. Can we just please all agree that maternity leave is not a walk in the park? You're begging to go back to work sometimes at the end of it.
Well, you know, look, first let's just talk a little bit about the law. If you have a company of 50 or more employees, then maternity leave is something that maternity leave is not something that you have to give paid. 12 weeks unpaid leave that you give. I give it in my shop, even though I don't have to provide it. But if one of my employees is pregnant, then we offer paid maternity leave in my shop, but we don't have to. We don't offer it to men at this point, but if one of our employees who is a male and his wife is pregnant, then we allow them to take time off. The one time that one of my associates said he wanted to take time off, I said, yeah, take whatever time you want, but I'll see you in 3 days, and it worked. He was back in 3 days, because when when your mother-in-law's there and the baby's sleeping 23 hours a day, they come back because there's nothing for you to do. The thing that interests me about this, Jackie, is this thing with your pets. If one of my employees comes in and says, I need to take time off for my pet, I'm going to say, take all the time you need, because I don't need you.
Well, I mean, I have a friend who's trying to find a psychiatrist for her pet. So, you know, a lot of people take their pets seriously. I do
too. I love my pets, but
you know, and that's an extended family. That's a child for them. If one of my employees said that I want to take time off for my pet, I would say, okay, good for you, but that's not happening in my shop and on my watch. I think most of us do adhere to the policy that you just talked about for maternity leave, and we need to be very cognizant of the fact that, you know, this is a new family, a new person coming into the family.
Go love your baby.
And if we nurture that relationship, then they will be more functioning, a better functioning person, an employee at their job.
Right.
But I think whenever we talked about me leave, that's just a vacation, and when we're talking about paternity leave, that's just an excuse to get out of work. So those are two things that I don't see a lot of people, especially in Texas, opening up their doors to.
What about this idea of if one of your employees came and said, I just need me leave, and you just need to pay me, I need me leave, what are you going to say?
That's a vacation.
It sounds like a vacation. Look, I think there's a lot we can talk about this, but the important thing here is that American workers probably work harder than any other workers around the world, about 47 hours on the average, and 4 out of 10 workers say that they work over 50 hours a week. So there is a point at which that, you know, this is not productive, meaning that the more you work is good, but at the same time you lose your creativity and you need time off. And a lot of bigger companies are forcing employees to take their vacation, forcing employees to leave on a certain time and turn off their BlackBerries and their cell phones over the weekend, because they're finding that not only that we need people to work hard, but we need them to be innovative and creative, and so that time off does help. Now, as far as taking time off for your pets, I don't think so.
Let's go to Apple. Sally's Golly, I can't talk today. Sally, you in there? Let's just go to Sally.
Just so the viewers know, sometimes Chris says we're going to go to Apple. He really means we're going to go to Sally, but we call it Apple TV because we pull up the Apple TV screen, okay, that shows our viewers' social media. All right, so we're going to go to Twitter right now, and this one from Meg Nerton. She says, this makes me so angry, talking about the maternity leave. If you want time off, take a sabbatical. Do not compare me time with maternity, so different. And then Megan Cube says, you know what, Mom? moms really want this Mother's Day: paid maternity leave and affordable access to child care. Could not agree more. That would be huge if more companies would be able to start helping out with that. Ben says no vacation, sick, or paternity, but give everyone PTO days, personal time off days. And Ben, by the way, shared a lovely picture of him and his mother. So happy Mother's Day to your lovely mom there. I know you are honoring her today, Ben.
Good for you, Ben. And I agree with those last two sentiments. The president is calling for paid leave off for fathers, paternal leave, he called it. And I agree with that last one of those who said, let's make child care more affordable, and let's give more paid time off for mothers.
Sure, that's something that I think business owners can look at. But something that we are doing, and especially in the Houston region, we're doing flex time. We're giving employees an opportunity to work from home in many instances. I have friends who work for Dell, and their main office is in Austin while they live in Houston. So there are other ways that we are trying to help families stay with their unit, but also to produce and to be productive in our society.
The resistance you get from business owners, and I'm a small business owner, when you give somebody 12 weeks off paid and not have to pay somebody to come in and fill that slot, it's very expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is, and a lot of times all of these laws start at 50 workers plus. So,
right.
You know, there is provision in there to protect small business owners. At the same time, I really think it's important for us to start looking at how much productivity we're trying to squeeze out of each other. At some point, although we're working harder, we're not working smarter anymore.
All right, we're going to leave it right there.